US Weekly Roundup Powered by PSG Group of Companies in Life and Health.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Rose Vadakara and welcome to Life and Health. In today's Life and Health, we are going to discuss about hypothyroidism, a very common problem which is particularly seen among women over 50 years. In majority of cases, treatment for hypothyroidism is for lifetime. However, fortunately, the medications are readily available today and they are very effective and safe. It is my pleasure to have Dr. Mar Barsanti, who is not only an internist, she is also an infectious disease specialist and a pediatrician from Loyola Medical Center, Chicago. Dr. Mar, it's a great honor to have you in today's Life and Health. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Dr. Mar, let's start today's session by understanding the location and the function of thyroid gland in our body.
Of course. The thyroid gland, it's a collection of tissue, and it sits right here, just in the front of all of our necks right here. It's they say it's like a butterfly shaped tissue, and it's right here. The function of it helps regulate our metabolism, growth, and development. It has a wide variety of importance in our body. It helps regulate the rate that we burn calories. It affects weight loss, weight gain, affects our heart rate. It's really important in the normal functioning of our day-to-day life.
Yeah, you're right, doctor. It is also known as butterfly-shaped gland. So as we all know that there is hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. Since our topic of discussion is hypothyroidism, let's discuss more about the types of hypothyroidism.
Sure. So overall, hypothyroidism means that your body doesn't have enough of the thyroid hormone to help with all your normal body functions. So the two main types that we typically think of, the most common one is called Hashimoto's disease. And so Hashimoto's is an autoimmune condition where your body is almost attacking your thyroid gland and preventing it from functioning normally. And this is a condition that is relatively common, much more common in women than men. I believe about 5 times more common in women than men. And that's the one that we often think about. The other common one is called just thyroiditis. And that's a general inflammation of the thyroid gland. And that can be caused by medications. It could be caused by a viral infection, other organisms, other infections. But overall, less common than Hashimoto's.
Normally, when we do our annual evaluation or our blood test, we see acronyms such as like TSH, T3, T4, etc. Could you please explain what does these tests indicates?
Sure. So the TSH is the thyroid stimulating hormone, and that's one of the basic tests that we do for a thyroid disease to evaluate for it. So the TSH, the hormone, comes from the pituitary gland, and that pituitary gland is actually a gland kind of at the base of the brain, kind of between the eyes, and that TSH hormone signals your thyroid. So it's a signal mechanism to the thyroid gland here. Which the thyroid gland itself produces that T3 and T4. So there's a mechanism of signals back and forth with our body, and based on the levels of T3 and T4 in the body, if the levels are too high, that sends signals back to the pituitary gland to help regulate that TSH hormone. So there's a constant interchange between those hormones to try to keep everything in balance.
Doctor, as I mentioned in the intro, females are mostly affected by this disease. Like all disease, there is signs and symptoms that may vary among each individual. So what are some of the common observed signs and symptoms of this disorder?
Sure. The most commonly, hypothyroidism, we notice probably right off the bat, weight gain, obesity. You can have a lower heart rate, fatigue, constipation, muscle weakness, muscle aches, swelling of extremities. Sometimes hair loss can be notable. Even mental status changes, so some maybe even confusion, some memory loss, depression even can be a sign of hypothyroidism.
Just now you talked about the obesity as one of the signs and symptoms of hypothyroidism. What are some of the healthy diet habits that would help us to prevent hypothyroidism?
Well, one main thing that we have to be aware of is that thyroid gland needs iodine, actually. It's a mineral that's essential to the production of thyroid hormone. So that's one thing that we need to have. And that's something that's found in most table salt, iodinized table salt, and some seafood. So one thing we need to do. Besides that, just overall, some people feel that there's an anti-inflammatory diet. That's a kind of a general term, not very precise, but some studies show that eating foods that, again, are more natural, which overall, of course, is more healthy for all of us. Again, things like more fruits, more vegetables, whole grains, healthy protein sources, and a diet that has, not too many refined sugars, processed food, processed meat. So if we're having a diet filled with things like that, there are some studies that show that people have a possibly lower inflammatory markers. If you do blood tests for markers of inflammation, those can be a little bit lower for somebody that has such a healthy diet like that. So, again, these are things that we're in the process of learning, and we'll learn more as time goes on. But overall, I would definitely recommend a diet similar to that.
Thank you, Dr. Mary, for answering all the questions regarding hypothyroidism. I hope this session was very informative, and thank you so much for your time with us on Life and Health.
Great, thank you so much.
US Weekly Roundup Powered by PSG Group of Companies in the episode ഇവിടെ പൂർത്തിയാകുന്നു. നിങ്ങളുടെ അഭിപ്രായങ്ങളും നിർദ്ദേശങ്ങളും ദയവായി ഏഷ്യനെറ്റ് US Weekly Roundup എന്ന ഫേസ്ബുക്ക് പേജിലൂടെയോ asianetus@gmail.com എന്ന ഇമെയിലിലൂടെയോ 7324299529 എന്ന വാട്സപ്പ് നമ്പറിലൂടെയോ ഞങ്ങളെ അറിയിക്കുക. മറ്റൊരു വൈവിധ്യമാർന്ന എപ്പിസോഡുമായി വീണ്ടും കാണാം അടുത്തയാഴ്ച. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം.
Crufay's Law Firm, Chicago. Trusted name for work injuries and personal injury cases, wrongful death cases and much more. Ensuring aggressive financial results. Attorney Stephen Crufay's. Serious lawyer for serious cases. We want a long-term relationship with you. Call us 312-855-0511. Crufay's Law Firm Limited. www.crufayslaw.com.
We listen and prepare tax with your needs in mind. Jesto, Mathew and Associates, professional accounting and income tax service in Chicago. With over 35 years of experience, our objective is to provide the clients intelligent, accurate, and cost-effective solutions to their individual and corporate tax filings in USA and India. Free online e-filings and accurate tax liability analysis. Call 773-792-2117 or visit www.jesto.com.
Citywide Mortgage of America Corp. Mortgage experts serving Illinois, Florida, and California. Committed to provide high-quality home loans, lowest mortgage rates in the market. Specialized services for first-time home buyers. Conventional, FHA, VA loans, and jumbo loans. Refinance and cash-out refinance. Home loan experts dedicated to making sure your home purchase or refinance experience is top-notch. We deliver what we promise. Visit www.citywidema.com.